Because Mac Jones now has to understand that some of those protections he's afforded as a quarterback, players aren't going to see him that way, right? It's one thing that if it's in between the play, and the rules have changed for everybody. Right now, if I'm a corner and the tackle pulls, I can't cut him. Why? Because I'm trying to make sure the tackle can live to play another play. Right? You can't crack back if you're a wide receiver going against your own goal line. Why? Because we're trying to protect those defenders from being in situations where they can be injured. If Eli Apple is running, if you watch special teams now, when guys go to crack back, what do? They run up to him, they give him their back, they slide in front of him because obviously people are going to slow down. Mac Jones could have just done that. But Mac Jones didn't. Mac Jones chose that behind the play, I'm going to dive at a guy in need. And the other thing is this. If Mac Jones doesn't take Brian Burns' ankle and twist it when he's attempting to pick up a fumble weeks ago against the Carolina Panthers, maybe I say, you know what, this is one time a very soft individual that plays a soft position in football in a very soft way decided to protect himself. But that's not true. Mac is lying. Mac is dirty, and it's okay. And I know Pats fans are going to be like, oh, you hit Wes Welker, and Wes Welker was laying in the middle of the field, and Ryan, you were so dirty. Don't give a damn. What Mac Jones did was dirty, and I believe that the officials have to recognize that the same way they'd walk up to me before every game and say, hey, RC, let's keep it a little lower. Let's lower the target because they've seen me play and they understood what I was about. They need to go talk to Mac Jones like that, and players on the other side need to approach him in that way and protect themselves.
Yeah, I think Mac was out of pocket. It was extremely wrong. There's a rule for this. This is a crackback rule, right? So you don't see quarterbacks running to the action. I think it was a frustration play by Mac. And what's more disturbing for me is he's a repeat offender. You know, sliding, lifting his leg, kicking guys in the private area in the crotch. So for me, I think the excuse was total BS.
Yeah, that resume for me, this isn't the first time, this isn't a mistake. Blocking behind the ball is another thing you're not supposed to do when your team has the ball. But on top of that, y'all remember what happened the last time a defender had the ball around him? He got jammed into the ground and jumped over to end the game over there in Las Vegas. He does not like defenders. He even said it. They hit me, I can hit them back. No, you can't hit them back. They're not allowed to hit you anymore, and they're not allowed to hit you low. So you're hitting them in their knee, behind the ball carrier. He was frustrated. He gets, that was his fault with that dumb little underhand flea flicker, and he made a mistake. Now he's going to try to go and mess up somebody's knee. It's unacceptable, and if Eli would have got up and kicked him or something, I would not have had a problem with that, because don't try to hurt my knee in the middle of my career because you're mad because you turned the ball over.
Another piece of it is, too, though, like you can't get hit in the pocket in what's a football play and then get up and want flags and then cry and whine and then be one of these players that's asking for these protections and then not protects the other guy. Like, I get it. Like, when I watched James Harrison play, I said, ooh, Debo like that. But the one thing he never asked for was protection. He never asked that you treated him a different way. He never asked that you call the game a certain way, because he understood as football players, we protect each other when we can. Mac Jones doesn't do that. And so I don't believe that other players should approach him in a way where they aren't protecting themselves. You have to do that when you're playing against a guy who's willing to do anything to not only protect himself physically, but protect his little fragile ego.
And some of them quarterbacks want to act tough because they're football players and they want to.
He ain't tough.
Teammates don't respect that. Yep. There's nobody on New England saying, I got you, Mac. Yeah, you're a big no. Stop trying to hit that man in his knee when he's not looking at you, softy. That's what his teammates are saying.
So what do you think his teammates said after they saw that play?
Don't get stiff-armed by Chandler Jones again.
Don't be mad at Eli because Chandler done mushed you into the ground. Man. Don't do that.
That was all bad.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.